Hello everyone, welcome back to this channel Modern Education. So in the previous video we started Python from scratch and we covered topics like introduction to Python, introduction to object types, introduction then numbers, operation in number, strings, operation in strings. So if you want to check out these topics and start from day one, you can get link of this video in description. In day two, now we are covering further topics like uh, after in object types we are covering list and dictionary, and if you want to scroll to a particular topic, then I have marked timestamps in the description. You can directly move to those, or if you are revisiting and you want to revisit a particular topic, for that also you can find timestamp in the description. So let's start now. This is Google Colab, and what Google Colab does is it makes it really easy to get started with Python. You don't have to download Python or IDE. You can just directly log uh, Google Colab and come across this page. Then you can log in through your Gmail account and then start coding along with me. So we'll move to file, new notebook. So this is day two of Python from scratch. So first we'll import libraries. We will import pandas as PD and NumPy as MP. For now, we need only these two libraries because these two libraries are for numerical analysis, and then we'll press the shortcut Alt plus Enter. So today we are covering, first we'll cover lists. So the code is run, we don't have any errors. These libraries are installed now. So we'll cover list. So list is a kind of a sequence only, and lists are positionally ordered collections of arbitrary types objects. Like in a list, we can have string in numbers, and in numbers we can have integers, floats, uh, and in string also we in list also we can have string also. And so it is a collection of arbitrarily type objects, and list is mutable also, and it is very flexible, like you can it can expand or contract on demand. So it is very flexible in that so let's now see some of the list operation. So first we'll initialize as list, sorry, not string, list. This is one of the list that we have. Let's see this. We'll write L. Last time we wrote print, then particular like string or number or list. Now we'll come just write L. That is also a short form to just get a view of your list. So now we'll press Control Alt Enter. Make sure you are in that cell before you press Alt Enter. Then so we get this list. Now we can check the length of this list. Also, I told you, like, since list is also a sequence and string is also a sequence, some of the operations are very similar. Like in string also we use this function length function to calculate the length of the string. In list also we'll use this function to calculate length of the string list. So length of the string is list. Then all list then we can have other functions that we saw in string also. We can have same in list, like we can index this. So if we follow the index, then index for the first value would be 0. So let's see. So we get that first value. Then we can slice the string using the same nomenclature that we saw in string. If you want to elaborately go through slicing, you can go in the previous video and you can check that out. Otherwise also I'll just quickly cover that. Suppose like this is one of the for slicing you can do is from that particular index, from index 0 to index 2 but not including index 2. So it will print like this first in the list, this index is 0, this is index 1, this is index 2. So when we slice it, it is from that particular index to that particular index but not including that index. So from 0 to 2 but not including 2. So it will print 1 2 3 and spam. Now let's run this. So, and then it can be written as short form by not writing 0. We can just write colon and 2. So it will print the same result. So this is the slicing. Then we have concatenation. Like we can just add few numbers in this list, or we can multiply it with the number. So that's how we see all these results. And lastly, after all these operations, the string the list would remain the same. List would not change. The original list would not change. Like if we print that, original list is still the same. Now we can have certain other type specific operations, like we can append few values in that. Like if I want to append a value, suppose ni in the string in the list, then and I just print l. So now the ni value is appended in this. So now the list is changed. Now another is pop2. So if I in this L, if I write another function, pop is similar to delete function. So if I write pop2, it will delete the value that is indexed at 2. So from 0, 1, 2, it will delete value 1.23. So let's run this and print. So it has popped that value like 1.23. Now this value is deleted. Pop is for deletion. So let's print L now. So we haven't seen. So now that value is not there. Similarly, there are other functions like insert is for inserting at an arbitrary position. Remove is to remove that particular item by value. Then extend is for adding multiple items at the end. So let's see like one or two more. Like if we have a different list like BB, AA, and CC. So if we have this particular list, then we can sort this list by sort function. So if we see list, this list is sorted. Similarly, we can just do it complete reverse using reverse function. So this is reversed. So these are few of the basic operations that are there in list. Next we move to dictionary. So dictionary are completely different from list. Like list and strings are sequence. So the operation that we have in list that are also there in string and vice versa. But dictionary is not very different from list. It is a kind of a mapping. So mapping have also collection of other objects, but objects are stored as a key instead of their relative positions. Like instead of indexing that we used in list, we have like keys in it, and that particular value is mapped to a particular key. That's why it is called mapping. Also dictionaries are also mutable, and they can grow based they can, they are also flexible, like they can shrink or grow in on demand. So these are the particular these are the particular things in dictionaries. Then dictionary is also called mapping, so we can call it either a like dictionary operations or mapping operations. So let's see now some of the dictionary and mapping operations. So first we need to initialize a dictionary, and dictionary is initialized using curly brackets. So like this is a key, then we have a value. So next we can write print. Print, it has to be in small caps. So this is a particular dictionary that we have initialized. Now, rather than indexing through a particular cell number, we initialize using key. So we'll write square bracket, then food, then it will give us spam. Similarly, we can perform operations also using that key. Like quantity is 4. If we want to make quantity as 5, we can write quantity plus equal to 1. That is just a short form for quantity is equal to quantity plus 1. That is just a short form of, if we write like d, then we write quantity, okay, then we write equal to, then d, then we'll write quantity plus 1. So in programming what happens is, like if we have like quantity plus 1, so quantity is 4, if we plus 1 it will become 5, and that 5 would be stored in d quantity only. So d quantity will become 5. So that is just a short form for this particular code. You can also write this if you are learning from scratch, which if you are going through very basics. But otherwise, if you want to write in a short form, you can write this code like d quantity plus equal to 1. So it will change our value of quantity, which is a key for 4 to 5. So if we run this and print d, so quantity has become 5. So this is what we were doing when we have initialized dictionary from the start. But we can just initialize a blank dictionary, then as per the code goes on, we'll add values in this. So to initialize blank dictionary, we'll just write curly bracket, then we'll say like d, then we have a key name. We can change this. This is a dictionary, different dictionary. Let's suppose initialize a dictionary R, then R has a name in it. You can write Bob, or R then has a job. Dev, R then have an age 30. So if you want to print R and run this, so this is how also we can just go about initializing a dictionary and later on adding keys and value pair in the dictionary. So if we again print same operations, like if we print d name, no, not d, R, since we have R, Bob. So these are kind of operations that we did in mapping, which is also called dictionary, and lists. So we saw all these operations, and basically that's what we covered today in this video. For other object types, operation, numbers and strings, you can go back in the day one video. And in the further topics we would be covering another object type, that is file. There are also other object type like tuples and files and other core object types, but we'll cover file first because that's how we'll be covering some of the concepts in which, like how uh, we manipulate files, like how to open a text file, or how to write a file, or how to open some other uh, type of file. uh, so in the next videos we'll be covering that. So stay tuned to this channel, subscribe to Modern Education and hit the bell notification so you get all the updates of the upcoming video. You can also check out, and it is advisable to start from day one video of Python from scratch so that you don't miss out on any topic. And if you subscribe to this channel, you can also go back and forth with the particular day one video or day two video, and you'll get notified for the upcoming video. uh, Thank you.